Hi everyone, Extra Flaming here and welcome back to a new YouTube video on the channel. And today guys, I'm going to be here looking at the highest BBL team scores so far of BBL 12. So this is not individual player scores, this is the highest BBL team scores. I might do an individual scores video soon. And this is currently of the the Strikers versus the Hurricanes game. So games onwards from the Stars and the Renegades, highest scores will not be included. But if there's enough high scores, I'll make a part 2. And sorry I haven't uploaded on this channel for a long time. There's just, I don't know, there hasn't really been a lot to upload. But I have got a couple of good ideas for this channel now. So there'll be a few more uploads coming soon. Alright, so we've got 4 scores, and we're going to be going from lowest to highest in score order. So the lowest score on this list so far that I have, which is still very high, is the Sydney Sixers 209, chasing the Brisbane Heat total of 5 for 224, which we'll be getting to that one in just a minute. But the Sydney Sixers 209 off their 20 overs. Now, they were alright in this game. This was actually a really good game as well, with Philippine Vince starting off really strongly at the top of the order. That continuing through the middle order with Hughes, Henriquez, Silk, Christian and Kerr still getting going, while Abbott also managed to put 14 on the board. But none of the other players really managed to fire, but most of the other players were the bowlers. But it was really Josh Philippe, James Vince, Jordan Silk, Hayden Kerr that gave the Sixers a bit of life, and then Sean Abbott at the end brought them a little bit of life in this one. But 209 is still a great score. That they did play pretty well, and the Brisbane Heat bowling attack got absolutely pumped. But that last over from Ross Whiteley, 2 for 2 off his one over, was the game saver in the end. Meanwhile, most of their other bowlers, really except for Kuhneman and Swepson, were expensive. Basley 154 off his 4. 2 for 59 for Steckity, 3 for 41 for Nisa, all really expensive in the end. So, surprise, surprise, the second highest score on this list is Brisbane Heat's 5 for 224. Player of the match being Josh Brown. Heat won by 15 runs in the end. And this was really 2 men, or 3 men if you like, that really did set this one up. So, Colin Munro up the top was a little bit disappointing, but Josh Brown and Nathan McSweeney were the real standouts. Josh Brown 62 off 23, and Nathan McSweeney 84 off 51 were the 2 that really led the Brisbane Heat to this good score. Now, Josh Brown came in for Renshaw, and McSweeney replaced another top-order player, which was Bryant. So, they were missing some top-order depth, and Renshaw is going to be out playing Test match cricket for Australia. So, they are going to have to probably rely on... They'll probably go unchanged into their next game, with Brown and McSweeney surely holding on to their spots after these great performances. Billings also put up a handy 28. Meanwhile, Pearson put up a handy 19. Ross Whiteley came in and did 6 off 2, which added a little bit more damage. Now, again, in terms of bowling, got absolutely pumped except for Dan Christian, who was really good. Everybody else, though, Abbott, Naveed, Kerr, Bird, Dwarfus, all got absolutely pumped. Dwarfus 155 off 4, Bird 147 off 4, Kerr 1 for 30 off 3, Naveed none for 38 off 4, and then Abbott 146 off 4, all pretty expensive. So the second highest score on this list was put up by the Sydney Thunder. After being bowled out for 15 against the Strikers, they have really turned to be one of the premiership favourites now for the BBL. The Sydney Thunder won by 62 runs in the end against the Hobart Hurricanes on New Year's Eve. This one was a bit of a surprise upset as well, but really good performance by the Sydney Thunder. This was small ground as well. Let's get their name, Lavington Sports Ground, Albury. So smaller ground as well. Jilk started pretty well, 33 from 16. And then Alex Hay was 77 from 45. And Oliver Davies, 65 from 32, stole the show. Riley Russo, or Rossou, put up 18. Alex Ross put up 14 off 5, though. That was a remarkable innings. And Nathan McAndrew finished with 10 off for 4 as well. A handy 6 to finish things off for the Thunder to get that total well and truly above that 220 mark. Bowling-wise, everybody got smashed by the Hurricanes right now. Joel Paris, none for 35 off 3. Riley Meredith, 2 for 49 off 4. Paddy Dooley, none for 24 off 2. Surprised they're only going to bowl 2 overs out of Dooley. That was an interesting choice by the Hurricanes. Nathan Ellis, 4 for 37 off 4. He was by far their best bowler. Jimmy Neesham, none for 24 off 2. Shadab Khan, none for 41 off 4. And Darcy Short, none for 15 off 1. It was an absolute Thunder run fest at Albury before bowling out the Hurricanes for 166 in what was a very dominant display. But yeah, I definitely reckon Oliver Davies, 65 from 32, stole the show. Meanwhile, Alex Hales, 77 from 45, was also a cracking innings. Alright, so coming in at first place was the Perth Scorchers. They won by 61 runs at City Power Centre on the 23rd of December 2022, and they put up 7 for 229 off their 20 overs and were absolutely remarkable. Now, City Power Centre St Kilda, which is also known as Junction Oval as well, is again quite a smaller ground, so there are definitely more boundary opportunities there as well. But yeah, lots of the Scorchers top order did a great job. Faf du Plessis, 68 from 33, brilliant. Nick Hobson, he really got going, 46 from 26. And Josh Inglis, 74 from 33, really did get going as well. And then Aaron Hardy, 30 from 17, put up a couple of late boundaries to really ensure this got well and truly above 200. And then bowling-wise for the Stars, all got pumped. None for 51 off 4, Colton Nile. 1 for 41 off 4, Bolt. 5 for 50, Pfeiffer for Luke Wood, 550 off 4, still pretty expensive, but did get the Pfeiffer. 1 for 48 off 4 for Stoinis, and none for 38 off 4 for Adam Zampa. But look, they did a brilliant job this game, the Perth Scorchers, and this was really when they started to really cement themselves as one of the best teams in the competition. And again, they made light work of the Stars despite Bo Webster, Nick Larkin, and Campbell Kellaway putting up their best efforts. So there we have it. Those are the highest BBL scores so far from BBL 12. If there are 4 or 5 more highest scores, I'll do a part 2. And if there's even more than that, I'll do a part 3 as well. I might do individual players next. I'm not quite sure, but I'll give that one a little bit of time anyway. But yeah, feel free to let me know what you thought was the best score. The score to 7 for 229 is remarkable. We've seen some big scores so far. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Sending guys next another video on the channel. Thank you guys all so much. Bye everyone. Extra Flaming out.